Hello students, in this lecture we will continue working on our 3D scene. For now we have camera, one spotlight and one visible static object, static body 3D. We will change this rotation and we will enter some kind of a size. So we'll try to set size for this object. Of course, we need to use vector 3. For example, the size can be. Let's try it with some kind of size. This is okay. So we change the size of a static body, and this static body have some visible representation, so visible shape, but don't have a collision shape. Now we will start working on collision shape for this static body object. So we will need to create some variable for collision shape, and this will be collision shape for a 3D. So collision shape 3D, this will be new shape. And we will also need another variable called shape, for example, and we will define what kind of shape we will need. For example, box shape 3D, and this will also be new. And now this collision shape need to have one property called set shape. So what kind of collision shape will be box shape. So like this. And this collision shape node will be added as a subnode to the static body. So we will say something like static body. Maybe this is good before adding a child. For example, here, static body, add one child or a subnode, call it collision. Now we have collision, we have defined shape. Let's see what we see. But before we see collision shape, we need to define here in a debug visible collision shapes. Don't forget this. Okay, we see this collision shape. Now we need this collision shape to be something like this size. So let's work on this shape. And we will say set size. I'm copy pasting this size. Maybe this will be okay. Now, as you see, we set a collision shape for this object. We can add another object here. But before we add this new object, we will create some kind of function initial game objects, something like this. In this, we will call this function here. So initial game object will be this function. This will be camera and lighting. Camera and lighting here. And now we can see what we get. It's okay. So I will add one comment. Lighting, camera and lighting. This static body will be some kind of a platform. Some kind of game platform with static body, collision shape defined here. So I'm copy pasting it here and I will call it somewhere here. So this will be platform. Let's see, now everything is okay. We will add another comment. So this will be this. And now we can add one rigid body. Rigid body have some different characteristics than other body. We have here global variable rigid body, and we will add it. Rigid body will be like this. Rigid body 3D. So rigid body in a 3D. Rigid body have, I'm pressing Control and then left mouse click. Rigid body class, rigid body, physics body that is moved by physics stimulation, implements full 3D physics. So rigid body implements full 3D physics, and we need it for now. So I'm adding one rigid body, simple rigid body like this. And we didn't see anything because we don't have visible representation for this rigid body, and we don't have any kind of collision shape. So first we can add something for visibility, and this can be box shape like this, box shape, but this is box shape for collision shape, and this is CSG box for visibility. So we can add something like this. Okay. Here we will write it like this, variable pro. This will be variable only for this kind of ready, without rotation, with some kind of size. We will define it like this. And this will be added to this rigid body. So rigid body, add child node, call it like this. And we are adding this rigid body to the scene, so this can be visible right now. And also rigid body have some kind of property called gravity scale, I think so. We'll put it 0. If you want better information, press Control and click gravity scale, set gravity scale. This is multiplied by the global 3D gravity. So this is some kind of a gravity. We set it to 0, so object don't have gravity and is somewhere here. So now we will work on position. Rigid body set position. Also in a vector 3. And I'm always initializing like this, so 0, 0, 0. And then I change a position. For example, this can be minus 0, 3. Okay, so we will put it this. It's visible, but not so great. Maybe it will be good to change a size of this object like this. Now it's better visible, but we don't have a collision shape, so we need to add some kind of collision shape. So here this is visible shape, and now we will add a collision shape. So collision shape, we will similar like this. So collision shape for a 3D, box shape with some kinds of size, stretch shape, and then we will add it. I'm just copy pasting. So we will use some variable only for this ready collision shape, box shape. So now this shape will have a size. Size will be 0.3 because visible shape is 0.3. So like this, 0.3, 0.3, and 0.3. Then we will add to this variable shape, and then to the rigid body a collision. Rigid body with a collision shape added. Now it is very good. So we have collision shape for this game platform and collision shape for object. Now let's see, is Is this set it right? So is collision shape working? Now we will not use gravity scale, and it's working. And we can also redefine gravity scale to something we like. Let's try it with 0.6 or maybe 0.3 or maybe something like 0.03. It's too much. Okay, it's too much. 0.6, for example, 0.06. Better, but we need something. Okay, not bad. So now we see that collision shape is working, and we can use this collision shape. Also, we don't know, but this object have full 3D physics implemented, because this is some kind of rigid body, and we can use this to create some kind of puzzle game, which are the main goal of this tutorial. So thank you for watching. You will have a code snippet, and we will continue in the next lesson. Have a good day. Goodbye.